Since it is apparently too much to ask to never hear a Chris Brown song on the radio ever again, and to not have members of BTS going out of their way to go to one of his concerts after he spent literal decades abusing women and assaulting various members of the public in front of all of our faces, here is what I will ask for instead. I hope Chris Brown stubs his toe every single day. I hope he runs into the pointy edge of all of his furniture. I hope all his hot drinks burn his tongue and all his cold drinks are just lukewarm. I hope Chris Brown has an ED problem and that every time he goes to the pharmacy to get the pills to deal with his little problem, all the pharmacists know exactly who he is and all the techs giggle and laugh at him from behind the safety of the glass because we know he has a violence problem. I hope all the tags of his clothes are extra itchy. I hope nature rallies behind my cause and that a bird poops on him every time he goes outside and someone sees it every time and tells him that it's good luck. I hope every time he eats lettuce, it's kind of gross and wilted, not to the point where he gets sick, just to where it's really unappetizing. I hope Chris Brown falls for a really obvious email scam, and when he calls his bank, he gets stuck in a never-ending, unhelpful loop of automated responses and is never able to connect to a real live human representative. I hope his breadbasket at every restaurant is a little bit stale, his chips always break in his dip, and his french fries are never fresh out of the fryer. I hope he can feel the seam on every single pair of his socks and that the seam is always just a little off-kilter. Finally, I hope that every single person Chris Brown looks up to in the entertainment industry finally grows a backbone and tells him that he should be ashamed of himself and he needs to change.